Hi guys, this is Kathleen Lingle from Lingle Wildlife Art, and today I have a package. You want to see what it is? I'm really excited. Stick around and we'll open this up. So for transparency reasons, I received the wrong brushes twice from Amazon warehouse. They kept making mistakes. I contacted Arteza. Arteza very graciously sent me the correct brushes for free, but it does not affect my review. Okay, so here we have the Canson XL watercolor paper. It is cold press, and I thought it would be fun to use to just test out these water brushes. Now this part of the video I did speed up so you won't have to spend too much time watching me get everything ready. There are all 6 brushes. I'm using Derwent Inktense pencils. It's the first time I've really played with the pencils. I've done a lot with the blocks so far. So I was going to start drawing a sphere, and somehow in my brain it turned into a flower. So just sketching out a little flower here. What's really cool is when they're activated with water. They look pretty dull right now, not doing much, but once I put that water on it, the color becomes amazingly vibrant. And here I go, adding some water. I dab my brush off on a paper towel, just so that I'm not mixing the dark colors into the light colors when I don't want to. But you can see how beautifully vivid those are, and how they spread out wonderful with the water. Not too shabby, just a quick little sketch. Had to show off my box. Big Lockery art fan, and I got her Derwent Inktense blocks cover. She did beautiful artwork for both, but when I got my pencils, unfortunately it was the old design, so I didn't get her beautiful new design. Wasn't sure what this was going to be, but I thought I'd play around. Started turning into kind of a bird. But you can see I can put a drop of water on the Inktense block itself, and then I can just brush straight from the block onto my paper. I can also, you see I squeeze it in there, and I can tint the water like watercolors and put just a light background. Now you can change that. You can put as much Inktense into water as you want to make your washes as dark as you'd like them. But I'm just playing around, so I kept it kind of light. So that one is simply the Inktense blocks. I've really fallen in love with working with them. I've changed my brushes a couple times. Now this teeny tiny round brush, I did have a little problem with it. They're keep wet brushes, so the point stays wet. Normally they don't drip or anything, but this one gave me a little trouble. It was a little too wet. So I ended up going back to the medium sized. Mixing up a little color. Trying to figure out what I'm going to do here. This will be a combination of both the Inktense blocks and the Inktense pencils. And that brush I hadn't used before, so I'm filling it up with water really quick. It's very easy to fill. Squirting a little water out, make sure my bristles are wet. I'm using a flat bristled brush for this one. Now I'm going back to my round brush. Seems to be a favorite of mine. Just playing around. I'm going to start mixing in some greens and some other colors just to play around with it. At first I wasn't sure what I was going to do, and it started looking like an eye to me, so I started making an eye. It could be a cat's eye. It could be a fox eye. I don't know. Whatever it is, it has a pretty blue eye. I have to say, usually when I'm working on art, I have a plan, I have a sketch, I have everything ready to go, I know what it's going to look like, and this was very different and very fun to just sit here and doodle with these brushes and with my Inktense and just play around for a little bit. The bristles do stay nice and moist. I really like that. And not once did any of them drip on the paper or leak. So I will be using them quite a bit, I'm sure. I've already used them. You'll see a completed photo at the end of an Inktense painting I did of a northern pike called Silent Assassin. And I used my water brushes quite a bit on that piece, and I loved it. They worked really well for me. I'm planning on doing some mixed media pieces with the Inktense and my colored pencils, my polychromos. And again, I'll be using these water brushes for sure with my upcoming projects. Just doing a little bit of outlining, nothing fancy. Trying to make it look like an eyeball. Again, it's so funny to watch how dull those colors are. And then you put the water on top of them and they just intensify, and they're so vibrant and pretty. I'm being careful here not to pull into that dark. And then I'll go back and moisten up the dark areas with the round brush. I really liked using that flat brush for the fur. So here we go. Almost done. And then playing around, I decided to add some dark browns. And it didn't go as well as I thought it would. But since I'm just playing around and experimenting, it doesn't matter. It was just fun. Maybe I should make a blue-eyed fox. That'd be pretty. Something different. Ooh, I don't know what happened. I know my cat was attacking my camera while I was trying to film. One of my studio assistants, Jacob, he was a little bit jealous. Either that or he didn't like the angle of the camera. I don't know. So there you have it. I'm pretty much done at this point, and really, really happy with the brushes and how they respond. Nothing fancy, just some doodles to give you an idea of how the brushes work. And there's the brushes. I love the caps on the ends. You can keep water in them, keep them capped, and they won't spill. It's very nice. So there you have it, the Arteza set of 6 water brushes. Have you tried them? Leave a comment, let me know what you think of them. Or tell me about the brushes you use. Also, I'll leave a link in the description so you can get some for yourself. I also have links to Chloe Rose Art where you can see her review of these brushes and some other products. You might want to subscribe to her because she's really got a great channel. Oh, and speaking of subscribing, I know I'm new and I don't have a lot of videos yet, but hit that big blue paw and subscribe and come take the journey with me. And don't forget a big thumbs up. Thanks. Until next time, keep creating.